Yo, what's going on, you guys? Now, this exploration video, I want to start out in this screen actually. So, I want to start with who I used for each of the paths that I explored. Besides the completion path, which was my last video on this quest. And so we'll start with I went right to left. So I did this right side first. And the next path I did, and I didn't record any of these because I probably might next time, but it'll be like a 2-hour long video. You guys will you'll get like all the fights and everything, but it would take a while to process, and it would just take a lot. So I may do that, but just for this video, I'm not. But I'll explain it. So for this path right here, where we have the mutant and mystic path. So I went down this right lane, and I took this mutant and mystic path. These gates didn't really matter. I had the requirements for both of them. It's just 3 7-stars or 2 7-stars, so you have room for 1 6-star. But it only mattered on one of the paths, which was later on, but I still was able to get it done. So for this path, though, I'm just gonna go through each fight, because I don't exactly remember the team I had. I could have wrote it down, but I pretty much remember, but I didn't exactly write it down. So with this Cassie Lang, Mutant Mystic Path, I used Negasonic Teenage Warhead, so NTW for short. Slash just any champion for this fight. It's the fancy footwork thing that's going on with all these fights. You gotta dash back unless you want to lose power, or you gotta perform a special attack. So that's just something you gotta keep in mind with this whole path. It's like every path there's one of these what's this, a linked node. With every path there's a special linked node. For this fight, I used Negasonic Teenage Warhead, and by the way, most of these are like based on, I was watching guides and stuff, but some of these I just did my own thing, but most of them were like guides, because I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing any options. But this fight, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, just getting my incinerates up and keeping them up, it was a little difficult, but playing the fight like normal and using her, it was a bit difficult, but that's why I say you can use like any champion. I just used Negasonic Teenage Warhead. And then for this Gwenpool fight, Deadpool X-Force, he was on my team. Pretty easy fight, just reverse controls and Matador and this You Are Already Dead, like combo ender 2 whatever thing. So there's a bit going on here though, but it's pretty simple, especially using Deadpool X-Force. Just bleed the booth or just apply bleeds to her, and it's a fairly simple time. Then this Iron Fist fight, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, so NTW, or Onslaught. I just kind of wanted to. You can use like anyone, but he is gonna be debuff immune, and you can't gain any buffs. So Onslaught and NTW will work because they have passive debuffs. Passives are obviously gonna avoid this node, so that's why I use them. And for Toad, Onslaught slash I don't even know, because this fight is terrible. I tried doing some research. I don't really. There's some like burst damage I would take here and there, but just damage dealer, man. I just use my whole team basically, but Onslaught kind of did most of the work. Just try to play passive. Don't do too much, but play Onslaught normally, and make sure you don't get stunned by his prowesses. So just, it's a very tricky fight. I don't really know, but I would say Onslaught. And of course you can use anyone. This is who I use, of course. And Prowler, actually Heimdall, Deadpool X-Force, just you got the battery up really high, did a lot of damage. You can use anyone there as well. And this fight was also Onslaught. It doesn't really matter class disadvantage. You can still play around all these power drain nodes. And the indestructible node is a little bit annoying, but Onslaught, if you just play around this normally and get your pauses up, it would be doing a ton of damage with your degens. So that's this path. I'm not gonna. I want to go a little bit quick here because I don't want to make this super long. But yeah, that's for the second path, not the first path. My second path for exploration and areas is basically anyone. I would just say a tanky, as long as you have someone who's tanky and does good crit damage. I guess I don't really know. Anyone really works. Just gotta know how to play the fight. So I love that because you can use anyone pretty much. Of course, like Juggernaut, Onslaught, like ideal, like Null is pretty ideal, I would say, because you can intercept pretty easily. But anyways, moving on to the next path. Gotta go down the middle here and take either of these. So it's Skill Cosmic. I used for Cassie because I decided to go, because you have to go either this path or this other path up here with Skill Cosmic, and I went for my third path this way. And you're gonna have to go through these middle paths. You're gonna have to go through them twice, but on the sides you only go through them once, or you only have to go through it once on the left side, but on the right side you have to go through it twice because actually no, you don't have to go through it twice. My bad. It's a bit confusing, but on the sides you only have to go through these paths once. So just keep that in mind. But for this middle path, Cassie Lang, I use Serpent. Serpent really carried hard here. And then, I mean, I don't really know what to say about that. It's just Serpent. You just ramp him up. He does a lot of damage. He worked pretty well. Same with Gwenpool. Same exact thing. Play around the nodes, of course. Iron Fist, Serpent as well. I mean, you can't apply really debuffs. I don't remember if there was burst damage, but either way, it was just stacking up damage. But it was a little bit slower. But I used Serpent there. Then for Toad, Serpent slash I brought Deathless Thanos. He's worked pretty nicely, but this fight was still annoying. Just get damage off. Heimdall was Thanos slash Serpent. Just getting the Soul Battery up is really all that matters. Whoever you have with more health, it's not really up to you, but both of them worked. And then for Prowler, I used Thanos, just perfect fight, Cosmic, great, armor breaks, ton of damage, pretty well. That's probably the best path. Cosmic is always going to be like the best when it comes to these challenges. And then I think the last slot in my team, besides Thanos and Serpent, was probably Heimdall, or actually no, it was Odin. And I didn't use him because I had a 6-star only. But he didn't, like, he was just for like buffs, I guess, just to help her with, like, he like give protection and stuff. But you don't really need Heimdall. The first 2 slots with Serpent and Thanos really all I needed. Odin was kind of a waste. I don't really need him there. For the next path though, Cosmic Skill over here. This is one of the I think it's one of the harder paths. I don't really know. All these paths kind of vary with whoever you use, so I can't even say that honestly. But for this path, Nebula, I use Null. I use Null for a lot of these because most people used Odin and, like, I don't even know. They just use like Odin and other guys that I did not have. But of course you can come back in here with like Thanos Serpent if you want to and try it. Maybe I should have done that. But this path is a little bit different. Oh, actually, never mind. I remember it now. So, death by debuffs, they cannot take any damage, and they only take damage. Well, they can't take any damage unless you apply a non-stun debuff. And whenever you apply a non-stun debuff to the opponent, they lose 2% of their max health as a burst of direct damage, and it can only be activated every 1 second. So you wanted a lot of debuffs. So I ranked up Null to rank 2. He's honestly just a great champion. Should have done that earlier. But he wrecked that Nebula fight. Just don't hit or block with this galvanized. Only throw mediums, heavies, and your special attacks. Light attacks you do not want to get auto blocked, obviously. But it's a breeze with Null, and the debuffs are great. It's a breeze. And this next fight, North Star Null again. Just there's untouchables. All you gotta do really, same thing, just play all these fights slow. Power Shield's not gonna do anything, I think. You still take damage from basic attack hits with debuffs. So just make sure to play this path slow and patiently, because you need to get those debuffs off. And there's no rush. You just need to get the debuff. You just need to hit them and get debuffs on them. And then Destroyer, he actually caught me quite a few times because he had the power gain. So get him to a special 2, I would say. And so you don't have to bait a special 1, because then he might throw it and get his power gain, which is really annoying. And also whenever I threw my special attacks, I gave him a lot of charges, which made him get his power gain. So I guess don't try to throw special attacks, just use your basic attacks. You should be okay though. You'll get your grip by punishing his heavy attack to avoid his unstoppable. So that's really it. But play that patiently. Watch out for his power gain, but you'll be fine. Photon, Null again. This fight is just managing your own power, and the stage fright node is a little bit annoying. But same thing, play it slow, get your debuffs on her, and manage her pure life form. Make sure she doesn't have any power. And play it patiently, man. Just play patiently. This fight though, I also did use Null, okay? So for this fight, actually, I don't remember if I directly used Null. No, I remember now. So for this fight, I used, for item more like I used Venom. So my team consisted of, I think it was Venom, Serpent, and Null. Null was for the path, because the other two can't really apply debuffs. But I did use Venom for this fight. I didn't know that he would work even. He was just for a synergy, and I had him as a 7-star, so I can do the path correctly with the requirements. But you need at least 3 buffs on you to do any damage in this fight against this guy. So unless you have Odin, I did not have a 7-star Odin, and I needed 3 7-stars for this path. So it got, I took this gate on accident. I'm pretty sure for this side. But I do not have a 7-star Odin, so it was a bit tricky. So I had to bring in Venom. But if you have Odin, just put the 3 buffs on whoever your attacker is, and you'll be fine in this fight. But with Venom, I just got my buffs, obviously, and then just you'll apply bleeds and armor breaks, which will do the direct burst damage. But just there's a soul barb node in here. You gotta really be careful about that and make sure you get the soul barb on him, not you, because it will kill you away. Not quick, but fairly quickly. Just make sure you get the soul barb on him, and it's this one right here. So you gotta punish him. Just make sure you get the soul barb on him. And here, I'll just go through real quick. When he finishes a special attack, any special attack, if there's no soul barb on any either you or him, he'll start a timer for 4 seconds, and you have to punish his special attack. Or you have to hit him with a heavy attack or special attack, and you'll inflict the soul barb on him. And if you do not, you'll get a soul barb on yourself, and you need buffs for this fight, so the soul barb will be hurting you a bit. So you gotta, so one thing I'd recommend, if he throws a special attack, you can just heavy counter it at the end, and it'll automatically transfer to him, just so you're not super stressed out. And then for this Aegon fight, it's pretty annoying. Just don't block, because he'll go unblockable. He has a ton of block damage. Does a ton of block damage. He has all the furies, 1,000 combo. This was another Null fight though. You just gotta make you get your striker a lot quicker in this fight. So balance your striker around so you don't have to be parrying. But yeah, there's some little tricky nodes in here, not too annoying. But obviously with this whole guide, make sure you read the nodes, because I'm not gonna be able to go over like every single node. But overall, this fight, don't block him, don't parry him, try not to, and use your striker more often. You'll get the debuffs on him, and you'll kill him off, and it'll be a fine time with Null, because that's who I use. And now we got 2 more paths. Tech science over here. So I took this and I went back through this path. Now this could have been one of the best runs, but I just had little things mess me up, because these defenders are a bit annoying. But this first fight, Titania, just Titania, so many debuffs. She's perfect for this lane. Perfect. Second fight, Titania, perfect for North Star, or the node, the debuffs, same thing. Destroyer, Titania, perfect, even better with Destroyer. Photon, same thing. Not as good because it's Photon, but you'll be fine because you have your haymakers, and you'll be able to avoid a lot of damage. Debuffs, easy, fun, good time. Obviously all these fights are still tricky, but it's a great time with Titania, this path. So this next fight though, freaking Adam Warlock, you need 3 buffs. So I took Fat Man, and you apply your little disintegrations here and there, and then you also have buffs as Fat Man. Also, I just had him ranked up, so I took Fat Man. I'm sure there are other options, but Fat Man took a while. You just kept constantly power draining. Adam Warlock, and you'd have to punish him because the soul barbs would also hurt you, and then you wouldn't apply debuffs as quickly, but you'll apply debuffs as Fat Man, and in the end it works out. So I used Fat Man, took a few revives, but it was alright in the end. Probably some better options out there. Yeah. And then for this next fight, Aegon, Titania, same thing. She works great, man. She works brilliant. Just Titania. That's it. And alright, now last path, we have this path over here. First fight, Hulkling will be Photon. I brought Photon. It's just invade, so there's a lot of block damage. Also, you do a lot of block damage. Also, there's Hurt Locker, so, you know, if you know what Hurt Locker is, you know, watch your special attacks. But this fight will be great with Photon. You gotta knock him down to get rid of his protection. But honestly, when you throw special attacks into his block, while you have the invade, if that makes any sense, it's just the protection's not gonna matter when invade is happening, and you're gonna do a ton of damage. But I mean, if you do get the protection down, he takes more damage, so I would try to, but it doesn't really matter. And then that's really it for this fight. You just throw special attacks into his block, and it'll passively stun him if you're a hero, which is Photon. And then he at least needs 3 buffs on himself for you to do damage to him. And he gains a lot of buffs, as obviously known. This next fight, Abysman, one of the first in the Winter of Woe. Photon, mainly Photon. You could bring like She-Hulk. I had Deathless She-Hulk, but I'd say Photon. Just gotta keep knocking him down, getting him out of his form, because he gets a lot of regen. And then adaptive override. Make sure if he's in one of his forms, you're switching like your physical or energy damage, so you're actually doing damage. And Flight or Flight. This is why you can use like She-Hulk, so you don't have to deal with this. But I was just using Photon, just worrying about this to make sure I was doing damage. I actually wasn't worrying about it too much because I kept heavy attacking, so I keep switching it, and he'd be going in and out of his form, so I'd still be doing damage. But that, Fight or Flight, and just his regen, so knocking him down out of his forms, which means you have to punish his special attacks. if you guys should remember most of these fights, because most people have done these all of these fights before. Most people, I say. Now this next fight, he's really nothing. He's a whole lot of nothing. You just need, while attacker has 3 or more unique debuffs. So you cannot have 3 or more unique debuffs. So I used Photon. You know, I'm not using a Cosmic Champion. Photon worked perfectly fine. You got to be able to knock him down though, because this thing right here, when he finishes a special attack, you gotta knock him down with the heavy, or else you do damage. You get damage done to yourself. So if he throws a special one, then he has his aura thing, which he can resist getting knocked down. So make sure, try not to get him to throw special one. Just push him to special 2. Next fight, Onslaught. I actually brought Jack. I used Jack. He's pretty nice for this fight. Just worrying about past the buck, so worrying about the power sting. But that was pretty much it. Jack worked pretty well. And it's Onslaught, and Jack works pretty good against Onslaught. Jessica Jones, I use Photon because there's a grit node, so you can knock her down and you'll get, if you punish her special attack, you get grit, so you don't have to worry about any of her unstoppable. And Photon is just, obviously, she's pretty good, so not much going on there. There's a lot of debuffs and stuff happening, but there's this thing right here. She'll gain a protection every 14 seconds, reducing damage by 30%, and you can only remove it by doing a medium combo ender, the final hit of your heavy attack, or final hit of your special attack, and you have to use all of them, and then it'll reset. So this is just a way to keep the protection, these specific protections, off of her. And then she gains, and then you have to use a special attack within 10 seconds of gaining a bar of power, or else she goes debuff immune. But if you knock her down, it removes the timer. I didn't really worry about this too much. Debuffs didn't really matter that much for Photon. And this last fight, Jabari, I used Jack. Just try not to get yourself faltered. So you gotta, I think you gotta dash back. Yeah, dash back out of striking range, and she'll be faltered. And then don't block too much, because she gains regen when you block her attacks. And every 16 seconds, she gains a cleanse passive. So that's not good, because then she can activate this, which reflects damage if she cleanses something. So you need to do a light combo ender to reset this timer. And so just keep doing light combo enders, and she'll never gain this cleanse. The only other way she cleanses is by dashing forward. But just avoid her cleanse. Throw your special 2s. Play Jack pretty normally, and you'll be doing a lot of damage. Of course, avoiding this falter as well. And hopefully all of this made sense. This is what I did for the exploration paths. This is the first segment of the video, and now we'll get to the rest of the video. But hopefully that helped. Alright, you guys. Now on with this segment. We're going to have a quick little crystal opening. Hey, this is just the free stuff I got from the Valentine sales, including that free key. And these crystals are kind of filler. So I'm going to talk about mainly what I want out of the key. Also, these crystals give 2 champions each, which is kind of cool, but eh. The key has like Ultron, Iceman, Longshot, She-Hulk, Superior Iron Man, a lot of great champions in it. I really am looking for Ultron. I was looking for Ultron as my number 1, and the others would be nice. Probably Longshot second, Iceman like third. And I pop it here, and for free, hey, Iceman's nice. And I didn't say She-Hulk, because Deathless She-Hulk's pretty much the same. I'm not gonna lie. She'd be nice though. But Iceman is interesting as interesting utility. But moving on, these were the rewards for each of the exploration paths. This was the Mystic Path. Of course, like I mentioned in my last video, they all give the same rewards, just different class types. So we're gonna open each of these 7-star class crystals. And then of course it gets the rank up gem, the 6 stones, and everything else. And then this, I was checking right here. I'm close. Actually, I don't know what I was checking for. But in the end, you'll get a 7-star Awakening Gem Crystal as well, which is pretty nice. But we have this 7-star Mystic Class Crystal. I'm looking for White Tiger. I don't really know who else. Werewolf would be nice. I don't see them used that much though recently. Destroyer would also be nice. I'm not gonna spoil it, of course. I did get America Chavez, so kind of a bust. But yeah, of course it's pre-recorded, so I'm gonna try not to do pre-recorded stuff. I'll try. I have to see sometimes. I have to try it, but sometimes it's just on my own time, and I'm not really like in the right place to be recording. I don't know, like or not planning to record like a voiceover. So I'll think about it. I'll try to figure out something. But this is the Cosmic Path, Cosmic Rewards. I was actually looking for Odin, because even though I can't use him now because I already did the paths, I was looking for him pretty badly. But hey, that's actually a first time awakening, so that's pretty nice. I like Gladiator a lot. His awakening ability is pretty good. And still looking for Odin though, but that's alright. Now we have this skill path. So I have enough for a 7-star Awakening Gem Crystal. Not gonna open it yet. I'm gonna wait for that. But also each path kind of ensures a rank 3 for that class as long as you have the basic catalysts, because they all give like the tier 6 catalyst. And here's skill crystal. Looking for like, I don't know, Shang-Chi. But there's no one really else. I guess Atuma. I wish Mole Man was in this crystal. I would love to get Mole Man. And I almost got Atuma, which actually would have been nice. Atuma would actually be cool to get. But Misty Knight is terrible. I'm not going to use her. I'm sorry. No. And then we have the tech path. This is the second to last path. Or the tech reward path, whatever. I hope they have more content like this soon, because after finishing this, I have nothing else to really do except do like some battlegrounds for the daily super event every day. But I already miss it, man. This was a lot of fun, and I gotta wait. We gotta wait till like next month, bro. Kind of sucks. It's just like it's a brief amount of fun, and then there's nothing else really to do. I'm gonna be honest. But Tech Crystal, let's see right here, 18, 20, 99 more SIGs. Do not care really. So they're all kind of busts, but it was still a pretty nice rewards. And I just tried to make something out of like the most out of it. So I ranked up this new Prowler, which I did not. I don't know if I recorded getting him. I don't think so. But I got him and I took him to rank 2 because I find Prowler really fun to play. That's a little side note. Just put it in there because why not? And here we are with the Ares boss. So I'm not gonna. I mean, the whole fight was like, it'd be a lot of editing. It was probably like, I don't know how long, like 20 minutes. This is the last path, and this is the first phase. We're going through every phase. I used Photon. This is the path I was on. And first phase, just mainly special ones because it's pretty straightforward to Dex and avoid. Now this second phase ending, as you can see, it's a little faster. Getting my, I don't know what's it called. Is it the like vigors? Getting those up to do more damage on him. Look at that damage. We're gonna bait one more special attack, and as you can see, watch, wait for it. It's gonna be sometime 2 flashes. You saw his eyes, 2 flashes in his eyes. The parry, light attack, dex, swipe up or down. And the swiping up or down at the end of the special 2 hasn't been like working for me like the last few runs. Like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Maybe it's because I'm on iPad, I don't know, or something. But it was very weird. Like it would work, but then some other times when I would swipe, maybe it's too early or something. I don't like that whole swiping thing because it's unpredictable. Maybe I'm swiping in the wrong place on my screen. I don't know. It's very annoying and unpredictable, but in the end it was alright. And as you can see, I have 55 of those charges. You gain like 6 from Dexing Special 2, I believe, and 5 from Dexing a Special 1, just completely avoiding it. And that's the second phase. It just made it random basically, special attacks. And now this phase, they're still random, but you gotta do those certain actions after you avoid his special attacks. So Got a good one right here. Death of She-Hulk. And let's wait for it. Special 2, because his eyes flash twice. So parry, parry, light, dex, dex, swipe up or down. Then I have to do medium, light, as it prompts me. So very straightforward. It's a bit annoying, of course, but it's not that big of a deal. And same thing, special 2, same exact thing, just some more damage. And one more thing, that degen, you can only have as much health as he has. The degen doesn't go instantly. It's a slower degen, but in the end, you will end up degenning until you have as much health as he has. And now in this last phase, he's gonna gain haste. Not the exact last phase, but here we're in the last phase. And of course, like I said, by dexing his special attacks, now you remove some of his immortality charges. As you can see, dexing this special 1 removed how many was that? Like 15 of them. And then he also gains that haste. So the haste is just gonna, it's like Enchantress. Whenever he dashes forward, he goes unstoppable. When the haste is up, which is pretty annoying, but that's fine, because I just won't try to intercept him, basically. And that fight, it pretty much does it for the fight. Pretty much like every run I do, it's the same thing. I've fully memorized his special attacks at this point. Pretty easy, man. I think he's dead right here, and that's it, man. I would say he is the easiest fight in this entire quest. I'm not, actually, no. There are easier, like, fights, but I would say that is easier than the path himself. But look at these rewards, man. Still saving the Titan crystals for when it resets, which is in like 20 days, which kind of sucks, man. I gotta wait quite a while to actually do something with them. But in the meantime, we got these other rewards in my first rank 4. Now, unfortunately, I'm one of the new basic catalysts off from a generic rank 4 7-star, which is pretty, I'm not gonna lie, that was really disappointing. I wish they gave us a generic rank 4 as well in this, like, catalyst worth, because I just don't understand why not. Because, like, we've gotten the catalyst in the past, but there's nothing for exploration. It's just a gem. So they don't even give you enough for generic rank 4. But all right, let's just get to the opening. You know, that's fine. We'll just deal with it. The science crystal, though, it's gonna be Spider-Punk more Sigs. He's fun champion, but I don't care really. It's not an awakening. I still don't really care. But let's get to the real crystals. So we got this, I think I don't remember exactly what I opened next, but we have the Awakening Gem Crystal. I think I may open next just to know ahead of time. Or I'm gonna go for this, the Epoch Nexus Basic 7-star crystal. My bad, I don't exactly remember. But this has 5 choices in it. It's different from the regular Nexus, which is 3 choices. So this could actually be something good. This could actually be good. 5 chances. 5 chances. 5. And nope, complete trash. Yeah, wow. Photon 6 probably may have been a better choice, but Gore is actually a useful awakening, but I'm still not going to use him right now. So that was pretty bad. But okay. We have some more crystals, and even after all this, I still have Titan crystals I'm saving, of course. So we have the Awakening Gem Crystal. Let's just get that out of the way. I would say any class but skill. I would ideally want like a Tech or Cosmic, I guess, or actually Mutant would be nice for Onslaught. But of course I get skill. That's not great. I mean, I have a generic Awakening Gem 7-star. I don't remember what it's from. I think it's from the completion of this quest. But this could have been useful. Not really. I don't have any skill champions I don't use that on, so that's kind of bad. Now this rank up gem crystal, Same thing, anything but skill. Because they're all interesting but skill. Skill just like defenders and okay attackers. And I end up getting skill. Like, I was actually kind of pissed off. Because that's my only rank 4 I can do right now, is skill. So, at the end of the I was pondering it. I was going to hold it. Because I'm like, I can't believe it. I'm like, I have to hold it. Like, look at this. I don't have, like, anyone. And I don't want to rank up any of these guys to rank 4, man. I don't. And so I'm like, I don't care. In the future, I'm going to get more. I got to make a decision so I can have some payoff, something. I need, like, there has to be something, man. Because that's it for the rewards, because I'm saving my Titan Crystals. There's no skill in the Titan Crystals either. So, first of all, before we do anything with skill, we'll start with this. Finally rank 3'd Serpent. And he's 6200, so he's actually one of the best on my roster. He needs that 6200, man. Now he's really formidable. He's great on offense and defense. That's nice. Now, I'll do the relic real quick, but I still have a lot of catalysts. I have a lot of class 1 to 2 gems now because of the quest and some other rank up gems. But I'm gonna save them for the Titan Crystal. I already used some in this video. Like this one, actually it's not a gem, but it's a generic rank up. Kushala rank 3, very nice. Just a solid rank 3 option out of all the ones I had. Just a very solid, yes, rank 3. And here we go. Here we go. I'm like, okay, I was just so done with everything. I'm sorry, but I'm not trying to save this. Bullseye is Bullseye. It's Bullseye. So we awaken Bullseye. I take him to SIG 20, and he gets rank 4. My first rank 4. I'm not proud of it, but I don't really... It doesn't matter that that's my first rank 4. He's a good rank 4 for defense. I don't like him on offense at all. He's very sucky on offense. I hope he gets like a buff in the future for... I don't know. I don't know. It's just I don't like champions that are only defenders. That, to me, is... that's a bad concept. That's terrible. I'd say that's pretty bad. But it's okay, because he's my first rank 4. Bullseye is still a grand champion at the end of the day for defense. Offense, he's okay. I did a test with him in Realm of Legends. He took still like 1 minute 30 seconds. Rank 4. This guy, so whatever. He's my first rank 4. I could have saved it, but no, bro. He's gonna go rank 4 at some point, and he's not awakened yet. So get the pain out of the way. I don't want to hold on to that pain. So very nice looking roster now, though. But I'm disappointed in the rewards. So after we close out this video, I'm gonna show you what I really mean about Bullseye. Now he's not terrible, but for a rank 4 7-star standards, this is not great at all. But it's okay. Everything I'm saying, still, like, man, hopefully you guys get better rewards, man. And hopefully they, what is it? They just release more content in the future. And more often. Like the Epoch of Pain. Just not super hard to where it's a chore to people. Like, I thought this was fine. This was fun to me. But, like, it's like once a month, and it lasts only for like 2-3 days. And then people have done it, or it's like, at least for me personally, I did this in the first 3 days it came out. And now it's done. And that's pretty much the main event of the month. I'm not spending in the Valentine's event yet. I don't think I will. So that's pretty much it for this month. Yeah, I don't really... Battlegrounds is alright, it's fun, but it's on off-season. And still, that's not like... yeah. So it's just, you know, whatever. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, though. It's still a fun quest. I still got great rewards. The biggest rewards, though, for the rank 4 weren't the greatest. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. my guide and everything. I'll try to see what other videos I can get out, you know. Hopefully I can stream, because streaming is something that needs to be done more often for me. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the rest of this video and this whole video, and of course I'll be seeing you guys all very soon.